Hello everyone. Previously, I shared one ChatGPT clone with this entire feature, and that was the repo from where you can clone it and set everything from the stage. Now so many people you requested me that didn't could catch up, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clone it and I'm gonna show by myself how we can settle all the things, how we can grab that chat gpt key, how we can just grab that our Firebase key, our authentication key. So all the setup we're gonna complete by today. So first thing first, the link it will be available in the description, so grab that, and I'm gonna clone this first from here. So this is my empty directory here, and in that directory I will just run one simple git command, which will be git clone, and paste my link for that cloning repo. So now the repo is cloned. If I put ls, as you see ChatGPT yt, so I'm gonna make into cd ChatGPT -yt, and I'm gonna open it with my code editor. Okay, so it's open here. Now let's take my terminal back. Also, you can open it directly within this parameter. You can just go within the folder, and then you can just open with your code editor. That's up to you. So now I have this entire seed back here. So what I'm gonna do, take my terminal back, and from here I'll open my git bash. I'm gonna take one to install the other parameter, and from here I'll run that npm install. So with that command, it's gonna install all the dependency hook. As you see in the package, whatever the things we use that headless UI React, we use the Redis UI, we use the CLSX Firebase admin motion, we also use that OpenAI. So this entire scenario, you need to grab it from there, and then we have our .env file. So that's the key we require to run our entire operation. First thing first is our auth URL, which will be our localhost URL. Then we need to also grab that auth secret, auth Google ID, Google secret, open API key, and Firebase service account key. So that's the 6 parameter we require. If we have that, then we are good to go. We can have our application running smoothly. And also we need one more thing, is that to get that ID and others. So to grab that one, I'm gonna go and create one application in our Firebase. So let's go in the Firebase, and let's open in the Firebase. So from here we can just start. So first thing first, I'm gonna change my application layer here, because I will use my different account. Okay, I'll use that one. Okay, now from here let's just go directly within the console. Okay, let's click on the console. I think it's just, yeah, everything is installing. Let's just provide a little bit of time, because so many things is grabbing here. Now as you see, first we need to grab that our Firebase config properties, by which we can define that auth domain, project ID, storage bucket, messaging, sender ID, and app ID. So first I'm gonna create a new application here. So I'm gonna provide the name as the same of our application, ChatGPT -yt. And let's hit the continue button. And after continue, I don't want to use that analytics here, so create the project. Also, there is Firebase decent documentation. Feel free to go wrap up and watch the documentation, and also you're gonna have a very good understanding over there. So now as you see, everything going to start spinning from here, as you see in that app and that page. So all the parameter that our chat input, our chat help, everything is available here. You can feel free to go and grab this portion. Okay, our project is created. Let's click on continue, and now as you see, the ChatGPT yt, we are just rolling within that application. As you see, that's here. So now just click in that web. We are not going with the iOS or Android, we'll directly go with the web version. And from that web, we also need to register our application. And here also I'm going to provide the same name. You can feel free to give a different name. I don't want to use the Firebase hosting to register directly the register app. And after registering, we're gonna have that add Firebase SDK, and by default you no need to install that because as you see it's already the package is over here. So automatically if you run an npmi or install, it will install all these packages. So as you see this layer you not require, you just need to grab this much of code by which you're gonna grab that API, auth domain and other parameter. So let's roll back to our firebase.ts file, and here I'm gonna just paste those comments. I think okay, let's roll back. I'm gonna just paste it again. I think okay, I'm gonna just remove those portions. Okay, cool. So we're having that API or domain, project ID and other parameter, and also I'm gonna make that npm run dev to start spinning our application. Okay, so it will start in localhost 3000. So now here continue to console. So this parameter is done. So first thing again, we have that auth URL which need to be happen to be that our localhost 3000. If I just click on that, so it will open here. I will grab this portion right here. Okay, so that will be our auth domain, and we need to also grab one like the secret key. You can just put a dummy number over here without the space, and you can just go with that. That's it. You can also make that with the same parameter. I'm gonna make a secret of the dummy secret, which will be that ChatGPT YT2024. Okay, that's our secret. Okay, so now we need to grab that auth Google ID and auth Google secret. As you see, that's the operational things. Also one more parameter need to hook up. We need to get two more parameter from here. One is for the authentication. So that authentication layer, it will just go with that parameter of that. We need to also get for our email segment because we are going to log user using that Gmail parameters. Okay, and as you see we are having that project ID and other parameter. I will put that mail, and that's it. So now there is a portion here. So reuse client IDs from an existing Google project. You need to go that Google API console. So we need to go and fetch this application like this website from there. I'll click save here till it's just loading the instances. Okay, so one more things we are recurring here is that Firestore database. So this database also require to fix everything from the beginning, and then we will be able to go directly. Okay, it's loading. For the database segment, it will take a bit of time to set up. So create the database, and we are going to fetch all the available the default value from there. So click on next, and we will run in the test mode, which will be allow us to providing that 1 month read and write permission. You can later on you can just make it, edit it, and just make it more month and more year is up to you. But whenever you are production, that time we need to go through and make it manually again. Okay, so our database is created. So we are having one database. Also we are having the authentication layer, and from this segment I'm gonna just roll back to my account here. Okay, so from that account, as you see, I have my other applications. So click here and select the all. So all application gonna just load up to just to view whatever the project I am having so far with that account. As you see that ChatGPT, that's the, I think we misspelled the name. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, ChatGPY is just a misspell, but okay, we will good to go. We'll go with that. So let's just go within this application layer, and from here I'm gonna grab that client API key and others. So click here, and by the way, whatever I'm using here right now for the Firebase and also .env, all the key, it will not be available later on because I'm gonna remove the application before I'm publishing it. So don't try to use it, it will not be useful for you. So now here, as you see, I have my client ID from here. So I need to grab that ID. So let's go and grab client ID, and that will be my Google client ID. And also I need to have that Google secret, which is going to be the secret of this one. Let's copy and paste. So now I have that two parameter here. And also I think we need to add that redirect key here so that our application can be redirected. as you see the ChatGPT, so it's just redirecting to the Firebase instances. We need to add that localhost 3000 and also the redirect UI, which can go through with the separate constancy, so should be API. I think for that one also is better if you can oops, it should not be printed. It's better if you can just go with that on, I think it should be a while here with the NextAuth parameter, as we're using that auth directory here. So if we just go directly on that auth.js.deb, if you just go and look in the package.json, we are using that, I think the NextAuth we are using, so that's the better one. So this is the one we are using. You can just click on the get started, and from here, as you're using within the Nextjs application, and also in the authentication layer, we are using the OAuth and we are using the Google parameter. So now as you see, that's the thing we need to put it there. So API auth callback Google. So if you roll back our application layer, you see we're in the good direction here. API okay, we didn't copy it properly, so let's copy again and paste here. So localhost 3000 API auth callback Google. If you don't do that, your application will not redirect after logged in. So now if we just go back to our application layer, as you see it's running in our localhost 3000. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close my previous instance to not be messing around. So again, don't worry about it, that link, it will be hooked up in the description, and feel free to star mark or fork it or whatever you feel free to do it. And also do like the video and subscribe the channel if you didn't do it yet. So now as you see in the ChatGPT, if we click on that sign in position, so we should be able to get sign in. So let's try. I think it will just take a bit of time. Okay, now as you see, sign in with Google. So I clicked on it. After clicking, now it's asking me to get with my application layer, like my account, which one I will use the Google to just go and hook up me with the login parameter. So now as I am logged in, so now we can also go and create the chat. If we just hit, as you see, no option, and also if you just make that hello GPT, and as you see, nothing happened yet. GPT is thinking, and it will, because that's the coming from our dummy message purposes, and it will fail because we didn't provide any GPT key here in that .env file. As you see, the Firebase service account key is required. So two more things we need to provide. So one thing is that we need to, so that's one is created just in that normal instance, but it's not actually done. As you see, the ChatGPT is still trying to reconcile. So we need to have the OpenAI, and also need the Firebase service account key. To grab that Firebase service account key, as you see in that Firebase Firestore database, so in that, or I think we can directly go in that portion. I think we need to grab one parameter here. Where is there? Okay, so this okay, I just go out from here, not there. So as you see that project overview here in that gear icon, click on it, and let's go in the project settings, and from this settings you need to grab that service accounts. So in that step we should be able to get our service account key, which will help us to just hook up that one with that Firebase service account key, and which then will give the permission to write the data here in that Firestore database. So now I'll just click on generate key, and as you see, after clicking one file, it will start downloading. Okay, I will say save file. So now as you see, one GPT file was downloaded here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab that file directly within my parameter here, so that we can do the other things. So I'm gonna just grab it here in my layer. So that is the that is the service account key I have, but we will not hook up that key like that, because in .env file we need to keep it in that same way, so that we can also hook that one right here. And to do that, we need to remove the line breaks here. I'm gonna select all, just, and then copy it, and I'm gonna search for another application layer, line breaks remover, and from there, as you see, the first one is suggesting the text fixer. So let's go over here, and I'm gonna paste my all of the line and remove the line breaks. Okay, after removing, I'm having that, so let's copy this portion, and this one I'm gonna keep it right here. Okay, so that's my key. So I made that line break and everything is good to go. I'm gonna close that and close this, and also from this positioning I'm gonna remove this. If you're having that key, it will not let the gate to like publish within the GitHub, because you need to remove that key either. So it depends. If you are using, if you're having that file already here and you're trying to push that code in GitHub, it will stuck you there, it will not let you go in. So now one more parameter is there to just to run this application perfectly. That one is that GPT key, which is over here is that OpenAI API key. And how we can grab that? To grab that, let's go within that OpenAI application layer. We'll just go and visit their application, and from here we'll just go at the bottom, and here you're gonna find that one about that ChatGPT login is there, OpenAI here. We are looking something, that one API login. So we are looking for API. We are gonna log in with the API, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna log in with my account interfaces, and after that we can, I'll just go with the Google. Okay, I'm logged in. And also you need to create one account. If you doesn't have it, it's pretty simple. You can just go with the Google. It will not ask any of the other parameter. And from here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and visit my profile, and from that profile, as you see the API keys, I need to click on that API keys, and from here, as you see, I already make a GPT API key, so I will generate another API, the new one. So that one I can delete. I'll delete that. Okay, revoke key. It's very simple to revoke. So I will create a new secret key, and that one I will say ChatGPT YT, and also you can select the project, but I will just go with, and you can also click on the service account key. I'll go with the dummy, whatever is there. I'll just go and grab that. I'm gonna copy this one, and from here I'm gonna paste it. Now again, if you try to use it, don't do it, because it will not work. Maybe you're gonna cry, it will not work at all. So now if we just go over here in that our GPT application, I'm gonna just make a reload. So like if you're having everything properly done, we should be able to do all other parameter. As you see, now our application layer gonna run something new. See that GPT, if we click, now we can toggle through any of that new that GPT turbo machine. So we can just go through with a several scenario, and that scenario is happening here from that engines. As you see, we are taking the model from writing this one, so that's what is accessing from here. So it's a pretty simple and easy. And if you're looking to make it from the scratch, feel free to watch this one. That's the video which is responsible to create everything from the beginning. So you can just go and watch this one, and every step was explained properly, and you can also feel free to have a proper understanding how these things is going on and how you can sort it out. It depends. I'm gonna hook that link in the description so that you can go and grab that, and if you want, you can use it. Otherwise, if you want to follow from here, you're welcome, you can also do it from here. So now I'm gonna just make that hi GPT, enter. So first, as you see, ChatGPT is thinking, and now this one going to be making, and the first instances it will take a bit of time, as you see that compiling. And okay, hi GPT. Now GPT is thinking, hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, now how to, okay, I'm gonna say help me to create a React.js component called home. Okay, enter. So now after again the same parameter, at the first 2-3 instances it's gonna be taking off the time, and my network is really getting very much poor. That's why it's just taking a little longer time, but for you it will be super cool. As you see, now I'm having that entire parameter, as you see, just getting the code directly here, and you can customize it as you see at the bash code. So now you can also make that in a, you can make it designed properly. You can also grab, because that is just, you can, if you make that use that MDX, you can properly align that. So now as you see, I'm having, if I just click on that new chat, it will open a new chat, right? And how to cook a meal. Just hit write anything and GPT are ready to get the answer. So now from this answer, as you see where I'm storing, like I'm passing this message here, where I'm getting that, if I just go in that our Firestore database over here, as you see I am having one account by which account I logged in, so that's my account is also getting from here. So if I go here, as you see my account is tick here, and the chat is just, if I click on the chat, and also if I just go and grab through it, you can have the pass the messages, and from these messages I can have that interpolation messages. See, how can I assist you? So that's my messages, and then it's just providing the answer with that messages. So that's the how we're storing that messages within the GPT parameter. So as you see, that's the fully working customizable, and you can just go, and if you want to make the design, like if I go try to go back the home, you can just make the design, grab it properly, and everything working perfectly, everything working pretty smooth, similar to the ChatGPT. And you can use the different model, like if I want to go with that I think the GPT-4, we are here turbo, we'll just go in the GPT-4 how to write a sonnet. Let's try. Okay, again the same parameter, GPT is thinking and means still is working on the background. So as you see, every time we created one chat, it's just hooking up with the several sidebar, which is really cool and super useful. And if you also try to make it responsive, as you see, it's super responsive both for mobile devices and also for that like the proper devices properly. Okay, as you see, it's cool. So I think also I will try to reply all of you people who was trying to let me know how you can set up. So feel free to go and watch this, and I'm gonna hook that video to you. And for this one, there is one problem, that is that to generate that key, maybe you need to provide with that parameter of the payment. As you see, that's the for that limit you need to pay I think minimum $5 you need to pay to start working with that. As you see, I used that $5 to create that account. I created maybe 6 or 7 application, and I'm using more than 2 months, and still I have $3.72. So it's less expensive, but you need to provide that money, otherwise it's not working. Even you are trying, it will not work, it will not do the trick for you. Even you are grabbing that key here, that will not work at all, because you need to go with the paid version, otherwise it will not work. So all the best. I hope this can really be helpful for you, and you can grab this entire things and directly just go and make that your own ChatGPT clone, so that you can having a better understanding how that AI or GPT works. So all the best. I'm gonna see you around in the next video.